So now, you know, what's going on Capitol Hill, they're trying to figure out how to bring forward the big thing, the big, beautiful bill, which Donald Trump has been talking about, ran on extending the tax cuts from 2017 and stuff like that. You mentioned Scott Bessent. Apparently, he and Kevin Hassett met with senior members of the Senate and the House on Monday. And what they told them was that Donald Trump wants part of the tax bill to also include bringing manufacturing jobs back to the United States, which, you know, you went down the laundry list of all these big companies. The problem is that's going to cost a lot of money, and they didn't think that the president was serious about that. They thought the president wanted to be able to deduct car interest. They knew that, but that's one of the provisions that they said, you know, they should get a tax deduction if they buy a car made with that's completely built in the United States and also 100% expensing, which businesses would love. But now the senators are going, we don't know where that money's going to come from. And that is one of the reasons it's going so slow right now.
I think the big thing is that you see the Republicans rolling up their sleeves. They're having this debate. They're trying to deliver on what the president wanted to get done. And the Democrats are acting like complete fools. Just look at the Democratic senators last night while the Republicans are working. This is what they're doing.
Another marathon speech.
Yep.
This week marks the 100th day of Donald Trump's second term as president of the United States. It's been 100 days from hell, chaos, corruption, costs. It's chaos, one fiasco after another.
In 100 days, what can a president accomplish? The last 100 days, President Trump has made Americans less safe, less prosperous, and less free.
Today, I am reading into the congressional record 100 reports of corruption from Donald Trump's first 100 days in office. Trump and his administration have paved the way for the president, his top officials, and his billionaire buddies to personally feed at the trough of government corruption. So, count with me.
So, hey, what a boring PowerPoint presentation from these.
Right. When in doubt, have a sit-in, sing along, a protest, curse a lot. And that's all we know. They're not happy. So obviously,
I want more sing-alongs.
Right.
The sing-along's more interesting than that.
Steve?
Hi-ya, 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 hi-ya.
Absolutely.
Right there.
Right, but the thing that you pointed out, too, they were clapping along or tapping their thighs.
Yes.
I think you should make a choice. Clap
rhythm.
your thighs. As long as you don't hit other people's thighs.
Right.
I can't get enough of that video. Sean started his show last night with it.
Right.
It's great.
It's crazy. It's like, when in doubt, it's so anti-American. When in doubt, sit.
Right.
You know, I want to take action. I just got to sit down a while. And just kind of ramble on. Right. Anyone got anything to sing?
Well, this was one of their messages last night. It made Americans, Donald Trump has made Americans less safe, less prosperous, and less free. Less safe. He's closed the border. Illegal encounters are down 95%. They do not have a message. The Democrats are saying he's going to take away your Medicaid. And we can talk about this today when we have some guests that are coming up that know specifically that Donald Trump has never said that, has never wanted to do that. But Chuck Schumer was on the floor saying, if you have loved ones, I've gone to all the Republican districts in New York, and some of them have loved ones in nursing homes and in hospitals, and they're worried he's going to take away their Medicaid. So they're trying to run on that, and they're trying to run on the billionaire thing. Donald Trump just wants to make billionaires richer. No, he wants to make everyone richer.
So here's Senator John Kennedy. He thinks he's picked up a trend.
The Democratic Party today is not defined by its principles. It's defined by one thing. It's hatred of President Trump, even when he's right. For example, in the first 100 days, President Trump secured the border. The Democrats were opposed. In his first 100 days, President Trump started deregulating the economy. The Democrats were opposed and are opposed. The president, in his first 100 days, has backed Israel. He stood up to China. He stood up to Iran. The Democrats are opposed.
I mean, it's so ridiculous, some of the stuff they're suggesting. So the new message is the president and his administration are just picking people up. They're just Now, they won't tell you that it's the criminals that have been harassing Americans, killing people, murderers and all that. Then Michelle Obama goes on her podcast and she goes, it's keeping her up at night.
She can't sleep.
Now, she has a JD. If she was so concerned about it, she could go work at an immigration law firm.
Pro bono.
Get some, and deliver for these people. Now, some of these people, her husband actually deported, and they came back to the country.
350,000.
So it was totally okay when her husband was, or maybe she disagreed with her husband.
Yeah.
Maybe she was upset about that. But all of a sudden, they can't sleep at night, but they had no problem sleeping when they were murdering American citizens in this country. It's just weird to me.
When I got word that the human trafficker was in El Salvador, I was tossing and turning.
Right.
And my Oura Ring picked it up.
Right.
And
You need some relaxing.
absolutely, made some relaxium. Didn't have the deep sleep, got plenty of REM. Right. More on that later. But it's amazing.
Yeah.
People are, what keeps you up at night? Everyone keeps using that.
Last night, President Trump played that video that he has of all of them being deported and then going to the prison. And everyone started chanting, USA, USA.
Right. I tell you, I want to talk about it later, I know, but I think the key to success for Democrats is Governor Whitmer.
Yeah.
I know she didn't plan on
She was
speaking
on stage
yesterday,
last night.
but she's like, he's in my city, he's in my state, and he's talking to the military. I'm going to show up, right? And that's what you do. I'm different from him. I would be a different president, but I don't hate everything he's doing.
Yeah.
To me, I thought that was the path that we usually go on.
Well, the good thing was she didn't hide her face. She was very proud to be there because she had gone to the White House.
That was the craziest reaction ever.
And we're going to show you some of that video in a little bit. Nonetheless, the message from the Democrats is we don't have a message other than Trump bad. Trump very bad, and he's 100 days bad. And so what they're doing now is they're simply looking to the next person. Who's
Wheeling
the next
out the
person
big
gonna be?
guns.
Well, it sounds
Kamala.
like... Yeah, Kamala is the last person, and tonight she's going to be doing a speech in San Francisco for Emerge America. It's a candidate training program that backs Democratic women.
Okay.
And it was created. Here's the thing.
I got to write that down because if I forget this.
You can have my notes when I'm done.
Okay, good.
It was created after she ran in 2003 for San Francisco DA.
Right.
And she won.
Glory days.
Because she ran against a white man. And so that
worst.
organization
I've
was
met them.
inspired, and it came out, and now she's back. She's going to raise money for him.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.